Hi everybody, welcome to our introductory video for EDLE 6493 School Reform. For many of you, this is going to be your first doctoral course in our program, and more than anything else, it should give you an overview of the program and the expectations moving forward. I'm going to work with a lot of you at the beginning of this, all the way through the end of your completion, and I'm looking forward to that. I want this to be a good foundational course. I wanted to introduce you to what a doctoral course is like, and I want you to understand the expectations of the course just from being a part of it. So that's one of my goals, and I'm excited to be a part of it. This class will meet almost every other week. We'll meet a few more times. You're going to find that the majority of courses in our program are hybrid. 50% of the time they are in class, 50% of the time they are out of class. There'll be some weeks that we will not meet. I know already that there's a block when some of the big conferences occur that we're going to have a few weeks off of class, but when that happens, we'll have videos just like this. Check the schedule to see meeting dates so that you're ready and you're aware of when our classes are going to be meeting. So this course gives a good overview of school reform, and you're going to get perspectives from the biggest leaders and the biggest influences in educational administration. These are the big boys, and this is their work. We're going to look at the biggest names in the field and really give you an introduction of ways to improve schools using their work. I'm going to give articles too, built into the course, really that go over, what those people are doing and what their work looks like. So, what are our textbooks for the course? Well, we're going to be using Dufour and Marzano is our first textbook. I am from the north, so I greatly enjoy Marzano's work. But Marzano's work with Dufour really looks at the concept of professional learning communities and how to implement them in schools. Some of you are working in schools that are already doing them. Some of you aren't. Some of you probably don't enjoy professional learning communities. But it has been a major reform in our school systems, and it's why this is one of the books that we're doing. I think you'll gain something from the perspective, and I hope you do. And I do like this topic a lot, and I think it's pertinent to you. Number 2 is The Challenge of Change from Michael Fullan. It's very broad-based, which I think is good. We picked this book, and we've actually been using it. Our institution has been using this in this class for probably about 10 years now. We've used the first edition, now we're on the second edition, because it offers suggestions for school reform. It's not organization specific. You're going to learn one of the things that I like to talk about in here based on my interests really is sort of this idea of organizational capacity and what can individuals do to support the capacity of organizations in schools. So everybody can learn from this. So I'm going to have articles throughout the class from other leaders. I'm just going to give them to you honestly. I'm going to put them up on D2L and say, hey, this might be cool, read it. When I do that, it's up to you to determine if that's an article that you can use or you can't use. I don't expect you to read them all. You need to determine whether or not those are ones that pertain to you and read them and use them at your own will if they can potentially help you. So my belief is that you need to read the textbooks and understand the author's approach. There are other classes that you'll have me for. Org theory is one that's a perfect example of this, where the first thing I say is don't read the textbooks. I say buy them, scan them, and target them, and only target specific things. This class is not one of those classes. You will need to read the textbooks. You might need to visit them twice. You'll need to highlight them. If you have me for school finance, the district level finance class that I do, and on your rotation, I think that comes the summer of your first year, I'm going to say, don't read the textbook. Scan it. Look for pertinent things. This class, you need to read them and understand what the author is trying to say in their approach. That is a big idea, and I think it's important for this class. So, when are assignments due? I'm making all assignments for this course mostly due by Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. I don't go to work in the office on Mondays mostly, and I stay home and I do all of my grading that day. That's been my policy and protocol since I came here. I like to stay up on things and not get behind. I'm driving around a ton this semester. I'm bouncing between Tulsa and Stillwater for 2 classes in the master's program, and then I'm here for a doctoral class. So I'm going to be driving, I'm going to be in the road, I'm going to be on the road a lot, and that's a challenge. So follow the due dates on the syllabus. If there's an emergency, let me know. I'll work with you. I am not evil. I'm here to help you. But I really want assignments done on Sunday so I can grade them the following Monday. It makes my life easier, and I want to wake up and grade on Mondays. So 5 discussion boards for the class. These are going to be based on lecture material and the readings. These are really tied to research. I want you to take the question I ask, look for stuff in the books, and then find research topics that support the question that I'm asking. I want you to think of reading and research together, and that's the point of this course. First doctorate class, it should tie reading and research and really make them one. And that's what we're going for in the work that we do in here. So we're going to have 4 major assignments for the course. Some classes you have in here, you're going to have more assignments. You're not going to have many assignments in this class. You're going to have reform report, a school reform report, a research paper on a formal reform, and a presentation of the research paper. You're going to have 5 discussion boards. You're only going to have 200 points in this class, meaning that the points that you get are important if you want, if you want good grades. I use the 90, 80, 70, 60 scale. Anything under 180 isn't an A. I don't do quizzes and tests except in a finance class. That's kind of been my mantra since I started teaching graduate school. School finance, I do quizzes and tests. Anything else I teach, org theory, leadership, instructional supervision, this, if I were to do politics, I would never give a test. I don't believe in tests. Your end result when you graduate is a dissertation. That isn't a test. It is a written product. So our goal and my goal is to give you lots of written products and give you practice. As the first class in this program, you will be writing a lot. There aren't many, but they're important, and it's going to help me see your capabilities as a writer, which is one of the big objectives of this course. So during the 4th or 5th week of class, I'm going to assign to you a research paper topic. I'm going to focus on historical reforms, and I'm going to give you the topic. You don't get to pick which reform topic it is. The reason being for this is it gives me a chance to see if you can research something that you have no say and no control over. I give you an item and say, here go, find out stuff. This looks at your research capacity. I'll do an overview of how you can get articles from the library, where to look, where to find them, that sort of thing. But you're going to do this, and I'm going to show you what a peer-reviewed article is versus a non-peer-reviewed article. For this assignment, your papers are going to be shared with your colleagues. We're going to take them, we're going to pass them around, and you're going to critique them. And I think that's going to help. And after the critique, you're going to turn them into your peers first. And you're going to give them a chance to read, offer you suggestions, and then you'll turn them into me. So you can decide whether the suggestions your peers gave you help you before you turn them into me or not. And we're going to do that 1 week in class. These papers, because of this, because of the peer review component, I do not want a paper above 4 pages. Double-spaced, 12-point font, 1-inch margins all around, 3 to 4 pages at most. Should use a lot of sources, but they need to be a quick read because I want you to be able, the day we do this in class, I want you to be able to read 2 or 3 of them. The next one is a reflective paper. This one really is reflective because it's a different style of writing. I want to see if you can do research writing and reflective writing. Reflective writing for me, I don't care what you write about. I don't care what topics you pick. You're going to take 3 things that you think need fixed in your school district or in your building, and you're going to tell me how you would change them. You're going to reflect on them. You're going to do reflection, and the examples you provide me are not going to be based on research. The examples you provide me are going to be based on your experiences. So for this paper, I don't want sources. I don't want research. I want these to be your war stories. I want these to be your experiences that you have had in schools in ways that you think that you've seen something done and you think you as a leader can change them. If you cite anything, citing will make me angry in this paper. It won't in the previous one. Different style of writing. These ones are longer because they should be longer. They're reflective. These will be uploaded to D2L and your peers will not see them. Unless you want to go on your own and give them to somebody else to read, I'm fine with you doing that, but this is not something that I'm requiring for this assignment because these could be personal. These could be things you don't want anybody to know is wrong with your school. So I want you to keep that in mind. The major paper. I don't do big papers in my classes. I like mini papers. You'll see that if you have me for other classes. But this class, you are doing a major paper because it's the first one for most of you. So you're going to pick a type of reform of your choice, and you're going to do a major research paper on it. When I say major research paper, I'm looking 10 to 15 sources, doctoral level substance, 10 to 12 pages. There's a purpose, there's an overview. You explain it, you go in depth in it, you offer suggestions, you improve it. And I want it to be on a topic that you like. But early on, you're going to give me a list of 3 topics, and I'll give you a list in class, but you're going to give me 1, 2, and 3. In front of you, I will take index cards and I will randomly shuffle them, and I will pick one person up first. I'll say, John, your topic number 1 is succession planning. That's what you're doing. If somebody else had that on their list, well, too bad, it's crossed off. That way it's fair and balanced, but I don't want everybody doing the same topic. I want you to do something on your own. These ones will also be shared with your colleagues in the class. They'll be shared early. These will be due earlier than the presentation. And that gives you the chance to share them for peer review. Then you'll have a final presentation on the last day of class. This will be on your reform paper topic. You'll give me a summary of your reform in handout form, present for 10 to 15 minutes. It's going to be a long night, I can tell you that much. I will do this during finals week, and this will be the last meeting that I have at Oklahoma State before the end of the term. But we'll do this during finals week, and it'll be a long, long night, I promise. So be prepared to stay up for this one. And it'll be on your reform paper topic, and 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to give a handout. You're going to design a very colorful and engaging PowerPoint, and you're going to engage the audience and entertain us. So, really, even though this is a score reform class, which that's the topic, this class to me introduces you to doctoral studies. I'm grading papers this way. We're doing peer reviews to require you to revise. I want you to know the people in your class. These are people that I hope you will be finishing your doctorate with, that you're going to be working with, that you can bounce ideas off of and learn from. If you want to be successful in a doctoral program, you have to make friends. And if you don't make friends in the doctoral program and you don't get together and you don't deliberate and you don't work with these people, that can be a problem, and it's something that I want you to consider doing. Hopefully these are people that you'll be finishing your program with. So the first assignment for week 1, I want you to introduce yourself to me in the class. So go to the discussion board in D2L, post an introduction. I have some questions, you're going to answer them. And as long as you do it by the first Sunday of the course, you're fine, and we're good to go. That's it. I'm looking forward to working with all of you throughout this course. The beginning of the class, like I said, because of a research study I'm doing, it's not as interactive, obviously, but I did take the time to film videos because I want you to at least get lecture and get that material and not just read without support. It's going to be a great experience for all of us. You're going to get a lot out of this. And I look forward to working with all of you face to face. It's getting us through these first 2 weeks. It's important to me, and I want you to have a good experience. So if you need anything, please email me, and I'm here to help. Thank you.